Well, alrighty then. Elon Musk's Grok 3 has launched. It took 200,000 NVIDIA chips, costing billions of dollars. It took him about a year to do it, which is record time for scrunching one of these large language models, training it up, and getting it to perform as well as OpenAI's ChatGPT, apparently, and a slew of the others that are floating around right now. Now, to me, what's interesting about Grok is obviously Elon is gunning it in AI. I don't know if you saw or listened to that podcast with Elon and Joe Rogan a few years ago. Remember when Elon smoked a joint in the middle of the podcast and everyone freaked out? Tesla shares plummeted by billions while the podcast was still on, and Elon was sitting there all wasted and all the vapors. Joe is like laughing his ass off, high-fiving himself that he just got this guy wasted on his podcast. But do you remember what they were talking about? It was the midstream of Elon pontificating on how dangerous AI was, how if we don't hold it back, it's going to annihilate our species. And he seemed to be so upset that Rogan, like, hey, Elon, why don't you smoke a blunt and chill out? And that's exactly what happened. I don't know if Elon chilled out too much after he smoked up, but there you have it. Now, in retrospect, that was all bullshit. Elon didn't want to hold back AI. He just wanted to hold back the competition so that he can go ahead and kick ass in AI. Everyone's headed for artificial general intelligence, like getting our brain, we can more or less mimic what we do. And like a Turing machine, a computer that can calculate anything. Like a computer can do your word processing or Excel spreadsheet, or it could train a large language model. That's a universal computing machine. Artificial general intelligence is similar in that it learns. It's like us. You put it into a situation and you don't need to feed it every detail, but it figures it out. And it's the beginning of the first steps toward what we consider sentience, like being conscious. But anyway, this Grok shit, it comes, by the way, from Robert Heinlein's book, Stranger in a Strange Land, I think, where if you grok something, you get it. There's like an alien and he groks, and if you grok, then you fucking intuit it, you're on it. Anyway, what does all this mean? Well, it means, of course, that Elon's always playing the game. Elon always wants to be number one, but now wait a second. He's like plugged into the government now, right? He's doing the Doge, and part of Doge is having AI scan all the books to find corruption and inefficiency and all that stuff, right? So put two and two together here. Not to be conspiratorial, but is Grok going to be the official U.S. AI? Is the U.S. government going to contract the Grok to do the grokking of the government stuff? And then doesn't that give Elon control, like literally under the hood of every fucking thing that's going on? Again, I'm not trying to be conspiratorial here, but these things are kind of coming together. Not like he planned it, like he's smoking that joint on Joe Rogan and this is what he worked out. He's just a competitive motherfucker. And if you keep gunning it and you keep more or less succeeding and knocking shit out of the park, like automotive, space, and now AI, then all the lines naturally start to come together, right? I don't know. We'll have to see. But all this said, have you grokked? If you dig in there, try looking shit up. Like, explain the value of affirmative action. Or talk about gender identity. You're going to get woke responses, folks, at least so far. I don't think Elon's had a chance to de-woke the Grok. But so far, the Grok is woke. And that, more than anything else, just fills me with so much joy, at least for now.